Welcome into the Really Randumb podcast. I'm Colton Pettyjohn. This is Nala. That's Drew. And that Wiggy.
This is my Wiggy girl.
Whiskey.
And if you don't talk to your dogs with this voice, then you're not human.
Yeah, and also if you don't have like 1,700 names for your dog, then you're also not human.
Dims, my Wiggy, Whiskey, Woogums, Woogoo, Woogie Doogie, Woogie Doogie Doo. Who are you?
And this is Nala. Nalums. Mama's girl. Well, it used to be Mama's girl, but
rip, because divorce.
Yeah.
And Whisk, this is so this is technically Greg's dog, but I love Whiskey so much because I work from home and she gets to hang out with me, and we just wanted to put them on the podcast, not only for clicks,
yes,
but that's pretty much it.
And these are the only beings that we are thankful for.
Mm-hmm. Hello. Oh
my goodness. These are the only ladies in our lives that will always love us no matter what and never let us down, even when they don't listen to us, like trying to keep them still for 5 seconds to take a picture for a thumbnail. Jeez.
And as soon as I let her go, she will not leave my lap. Watch this. Whiskey!
All right, here we go. Now the podcast actually begins, and you can stop watching because the dogs are no longer in the video.
Goodbye.
So I know that's why people clicked on this video to begin with. Oh, cute pups! And then we start talking without the dogs. They're like, okay.
Who are these guys?
I don't want to watch
Honestly, I miss them already.
I love those dogs so much.
Wiggy!
So much.
They're going to start barking and stuff, and they're going to hate us because we locked them out.
Do you feel like you are even more over the top, dramatic, ridiculous when you're around pups?
Oh, 100%.
Like, I'm already like a little ridiculous as it is.
Yep.
But when I'm around pups, especially our pups, I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah, but even then with other people's pups, like when we were at our friend's house and her friend brought a golden retriever pup. Mm-hmm. I know we talked about him before on the pod, but dude, he is so cute.
Goodness.
That was Moose. And This is like, and I'll always talk like that. Yes. Ever since I had a cat. Actually, even before that, when I would be like, well, you always just give your dogs like a stupid voice when you talk to them. You're like, are you a poopy boy? Are you a poopy boy? Like that makes, like, if you said that to a human, you'd be like,
yeah, you just go.
Are you a sexy girl? Are you a sexy girl? Yes, you are. She'd be like,
get out of my face. And yes, I am a sexy girl. But
what if she was like, yeah,
I am? What if she just starts going like, yeah,
I am.
I am.
And you're like, White Claw. She's like, and then you fake throw it, and she's like, oh. Well, I have this new show I've been watching called You're the Worst, and I hadn't heard about it before, but I was scrolling through the Hulu after watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine for like the 99th time.
Yeah.
Thank you. Pun. And there was Gretchen in the show. She always, if she doesn't,
99.
Wayne Gretzky.
Sorry, I'm a little Greg today.
Oh wow. No, but Gretchen, the girl in the show, if she doesn't get enough attention, she'll go. And Jimmy's always like, all right, because I don't know what. We've been watching Peaky Blinders, so I guess that's where that went. But Colton, what are you sipping on there? What's that? Wait a minute. What in the hell is this?
Yeah, it's my second drink.
This is no, but
I'm getting in the holiday spirit
already. It's not even Thanksgiving. I mean, today is Thanksgiving, which we're posting. Happy Thanksgiving. Do you like when people say Happy Turkey Day?
No.
Like, shut up.
So I think we're strange because we like to be cute at times, and we do the little like, what you doing, Wiggy? Or whatever. But then we hate it when other people are cute, like are trying to be cute.
I don't mind if they're being cute towards, almost said humans. I don't mind when they're being cute towards pets, but when they're cute towards their lover or whatever, and they're like, oh, I just love you so much, it makes me want to vomit.
No, but not just that. Like when it comes, well, that too. But like when people are trying to be cutesy with their words, like Turkey Day or like something else that I can't think of right now, you know, you know,
like any bachelor or bachelorette party or bachelor party pun.
Yes,
I keep spitting all over the place. But what about like, well, I can't think of any either. This is awful. We were going to make fun of people for having a good time.
Well, yeah.
I think that's really what it is. We just like to make fun of people trying to have a good time that's like not normal or whatever.
Yeah, we're like, no. If we're going to be miserable, you got to be miserable too. No, I'm just kidding.
Which I'm miserable all the time, especially when I'm hanging out with Colton. Are these on? Are these on?
Cool.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I'm deaf.
Oh boy. I like your
What did you say?
Nothing.
Get my sunnies.
Anyway, so yeah, I do like the sunnies. I like the hat. I like the. Actually, isn't this outfit new?
No, kind of.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Where'd you get it? The toilet
factory.
What is that? Why was that joke so funny to me? Where'd you get your outfit from? The toilet store? Is that Anchorman?
No, isn't that from?
It is Anchorman.
Black Sheep.
No, is
not
it?
Black Sheep. Where'd you learn how to fight? The toilet store? I don't know.
No, that was from Anchorman, right? Whenever Brick
yeah.
Because he was an idiot, and then you were like, hey, it's Drew on camera.
No, I would never.
I would never say that. Anyway, if you put your stupid Christmas lights up the day after Halloween, you are an idiot.
We got a lot of people in our neighborhood are already doing it.
Yeah, but I don't mind it now because it's like close to Thanksgiving, or whatever. But I think you should just at least wait till Thanksgiving is over. But people just don't give a shit about that. And then I saw someone saying, if you complain about people putting Christmas lights up before Thanksgiving, then you're part of the problem. And I'm like,
wow.
How is that my problem? Why? Like, if you're
let's celebrate one holiday at a time.
Yeah. So say your birthday is in July, but imagine if I started celebrating my birthday July 1st because mine's in August.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it is.
Yeah.
It's like, I know yours is coming up, but I want to celebrate mine because that's more important.
What if Jesus is starting to get ready for his birthday in November and like all the turkeys everywhere are like, hey, dude, hello. It's our time to shine, to get slaughtered and get killed and then get eaten.
And then what if they were like, oh, God, wait, we're getting slaughtered and killed and eaten. Maybe, you know what?
You know what? Actually, Jesus, it's your show. You can have a month and a half of Christmas.
I'm pretty sure it's like people start it. Well, decorations and shit go up in stores in like August or like October.
Yeah,
September sometimes.
I was in Sam's. I don't know. It was at the very beginning of November, and they were already playing Christmas music, and I was just like,
"Stop!" And
I
also,
mean, hey,
that's offensive to people who aren't Christians.
I love,
right? Isn't Christmas only a Christian thing?
No, there's so many people. I mean, yes, kind of technically, but there are so many people that celebrate Christmas, and it's just a holiday to celebrate. It doesn't mean anything to them. It's just like, this is the time of year to give and to receive.
I think that's I love giving and receiving gifts. Oral.
I knew.
But like I understand like the act of giving is good. It makes you feel good, but you can also give when it isn't Christmas time.
Yeah.
You can
also give when the camera's not recording.
Yeah.
That is one of my biggest pet peeves about so I started working on getting onto TikTok and viewing some and just trying to stay hip with it, as the kids say.
Yikes.
Yeah, no. But I was
When's
watching.
the last time you heard a kid say I'm hip with it? Other than just now because we're really young.
Well, I don't hang out with kids that much because I don't want to go to prison.
I didn't think that you were going to bring this up about me.
No, but I can't stand it. And TikTok is full of recording themselves or a person doing something good and then uploading it. Like I saw a video of this guy and he was like, so I saw this kid and he had been playing on the basketball court for a couple of hours. So I decided, and it looked like he was very lonely. He was only by himself and blah, blah, blah. So I decided to go up and make friends with him. And I learned that he was there because his parents came to his grandma's funeral or whatever. And then they didn't have any money to get back to their hometown. So they were staying there for a while. And how he was poor and blah, blah, blah. And so at the very end of the video, like he had a wad of $10,000.
Dude, stop.
And he dropped it on the ground. The kid was like, oh, hey, you dropped some. And he was like, oh my goodness, thank you. And then he goes, actually, no, this is for you.
That's
this
so
10K
fake.
is for, yeah. I'm like, that's not real. That's so set up.
There's no way, first of all, $10,000 in a wad. No one has that amount of money.
But the problem is there are so many people that want to believe that there are those good things. They want to cling on to those good actions that even though it's clear, see-through that this is totally fake, they want to believe that people are that good out there that will just selflessly give $10,000. And guess what? There are, but those people that actually do that, they don't record themselves.
They're not recording themselves doing it.
They're doing it because they, like, I just can't stand it. Like, I know you hate Friends, but there's an episode of Friends where Phoebe...
I don't hate it.
Says no act, like no giving act is completely like... I don't know if it's Phoebe. Someone else said no act is completely selfless. Because like even if you're selfless and giving something away, you then in return feel good about yourself. Right. So then, I mean, it is selfless, but it's also like you do it because it makes you feel good as well.
Yeah, I get that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with giving.
Yeah, but there's some people
broadcasting it like that. It's just like, dude.
What about when I remember seeing this thing, and it was a while back, but I do remember where this guy, every time he would go and record himself giving money to a homeless person, like a lot of money, like he would record it and not ask them to record, but every time it looked like the homeless person or whatever, the person that was on the street, the beggar or whatever, was like so uncomfortable with them being on camera because they just like want that reaction where they're like, hi, and they're like, so say I'm the person, right? And they're looking at the camera, which is, I guess I could look at the camera that's recording us, but he's like, so I'm here and I've seen this person on the street and I just wanted to do a really nice thing because I'm a selfless person and I want to show everyone that I am, and I'm going to give them $1,000. And they're like, will you accept my gift of $1,000? And the homeless person is like, and of course they're not going to be like, no, because it's $1,000. But like, why would you put someone in that situation? That's so annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, I get like if you want to give $1,000 to someone, I'll take it, right? But also they don't want to be on camera.
Well, and so
is that degrading somehow? I feel like it's degrading. Like I really know you need this, so here.
Yes. I see it that way as well, and I also see it as if I was in a situation to where I ended up on the street, I'm kind of a pride-filled person to where I wouldn't feel super comfortable just blindly accepting something, because then that's me admitting that I need help. Right. And it would make me feel lesser than. Like, you're better than me, and so you're going to stoop down to my level to help me out. And I don't need your help. I
mean, you do, but
I do, also, and I would kind of, I'm sure I'd appreciate it too, but I would still be like, also, so now everyone, like, there's a chance that people that know me they're going to see this. They're going to see me in my low level, like living on the street, whatever. Yeah, and
that's so bad.
Yeah. And now I feel embarrassed because everyone's seeing
you at your worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so whenever I see people like begging on the side of on the road or whatever.
Yeah.
This is terrible of me, but for the most part, I don't have anything to give.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds like an excuse, but I guess I have coins in my car that I could give, but I don't want to give them like 13 cents.
Like, here we go.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I know they could probably use it more than me than to just sitting in my car, but, there is, now I'm going to do one of those things that's like, I did this and I was selfless, but I had just got, I was in California and I walked to go get some KFC and I ordered more because I was a fat kid. But when I was walking back home, because it was like really not far from my apartment, there was a homeless guy. He was just sitting there and I had the bag of food and he was like, he was just sitting there. He didn't say anything to me. And I was like, and he didn't even ask me like for money. He was just sitting there. So maybe it could have been someone just chilling. They were like, and they weren't homeless, but I'm pretty sure
because I'm just tired. I'm tired of walking. Yeah. I'm gonna chill here for a second.
Yeah. But I walked up and I said, hey, are you hungry, or do you need like water or anything? And he's like, man, I'm just blessed to be alive and shit like that. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like imagine going and having nothing. And I know he's homeless because he's like dirty and he had a shopping cart and stuff. And he said, yeah, he's like, I mean, I could eat, but I'm good for now. And he's like, I don't want to put you out or something. Yeah. And I was like, I definitely bought more food than I need from KFC. And it was one of those bowls, you know?
Yeah.
You remember those?
Yeah.
Oh, those were delicious. And so I said,
really
I was like, I know it's weird, but do you want this? And he's like, absolutely, I'll take it. And so I gave him the thing. Yeah. And I didn't need 2 bowls of chicken. Yeah. But it felt great. And then, but I never saw him there again.
Yeah, and you also didn't post about it, which I don't know.
Yeah, just true. I haven't really told anyone about that.
Like, so when I was in...
I think that's the only time I've ever given anything to...
When I was in...
Keep giving to them if they look like they need money or whatever. I think I should just give them the change in my car. I don't need it.
When I was in high school, we used to do... like all the time on Saturdays, we would go up to the church and we would all like go out to the Arlington Mission, whatever, and we would give out canned goods, or we would work, or there were like Sunday mornings or Sunday afternoons where we would go to the homeless shelter and we would serve and stuff like that. And it just felt good just to do it. And we didn't tell anyone that we were doing it. We didn't post on the social media. We didn't do any of that kind of stuff. It was just doing it out of the goodness of your heart. And also, one thing it's hard for me to get out of the mindset of, because I'm always very skeptical. Like for the longest time, I've been a skeptic of just like anything. Like,
yeah.
I think everyone has a motive,
right?
Blah, blah, blah. But like,
it's hard not to think that, though.
Yeah. So like when I see a homeless person, I'm like, are you really homeless?
Yeah.
Do you really need this? Or are you going to go spend this on alcohol or whatever?
Yeah.
So,
or drugs.
One time I was going to a Stars game with my dad, and my dad got tickets, and it was a couple years ago, and we parked pretty far away, and we were walking to the AAC.
There's always people around there.
Always.
I've got a story about that too.
There was a guy that walked up to us and was like, hey, do you guys have any money, like any spare change or whatever? And my dad just like whipped out like a $10 bill and gave it to him. And he was like, "Jeez, God bless you. I hope all is well," or whatever. And we walked away, and my immediate reaction, like as soon as the guy came up to us, I was like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I don't have anything."
Yep.
And I wasn't surprised, but I kind of like when my dad was like, "Yeah, I got you," and I was like, "Oh,
yeah, what?"
And then so we kind of talked about it, and my dad was like, I feel like I'm at the position to where I've been fortunate with the life that I've been given, and it's not my job. If someone asks me for help, it's not my job to question their motive. He was like, I feel like God lays it on my heart to give, and he was like, even if they use it on alcohol or whatever, I'm doing my job as a believer to do good for the world,
right?
And to whether or not whatever they want to do with what I give them
doesn't matter, as
long as I was able to help or give, then that's all that really matters.
Did you say, Dad, do you ever question what they're going to spend the money on, or did he just hit you with that?
Yeah, we talked about that, and I was like, well, what if he goes, and he was like, that's
care.
Really none of my business. I just, if someone's in need, I want to be able to help. And my dad is too good for that. Like,
I'm going to ask him for money, I think.
But he always, if anyone ever asks him for help moving or doing any of that stuff, like he up and does it. And I can't tell you how many times people are like, hey, are you free this Saturday to move? And I'm like, no. And I really don't have much going on, but it's just like, I don't want to waste my Saturday doing that. Mm-hmm. But my dad will do it because he was like, this is what I'm called to do. I'm called to love on others and give and be a giving person. And I'm like, wow.
What a show off.
You're better than me. So
I think that's why I love Cecil, because he accepts people for who they are. And I mean, we've had him on the podcast before, and he's just an all around fun dude and a silly guy. And he puts up with me anytime he comes over. He puts up with having you. So saint in itself.
Well,
but yeah, Maybe he doesn't anymore.
No, he puts up with me, but he, to be fair,
he did kick me out
he spends the least amount of time with me out of any of the kids. No, I don't know.
That's not true. He spends the least amount of time with you. What were you saying? Anyway, we didn't mean to get all seriousness on you, but
it's the time for giving, though.
We're gonna give thanks.
And that's about all we're going to give.
Wait, I think I just came up with something. Give thanks on Thanksgiving? I've never heard that before.
Give thanks with a grateful heart.
Give thanks. I'll bend over and I'm going to get some spanks.
I thought you were going to say I'm going to bend over and fart, because that would have...
Oh, well, I was going to rhyme with what I said. But anyway, okay, so Thanksgiving talk. That's why we're here. That's why you're here. That's why I'm queer. And that's why I need a beer. I don't have a beer, but there's one. Okay, so Colt Teasy.
Yeah.
Our boy Justin Gilly of the Rated JG podcast, he did a survey that was asking if you liked turkey or sides better. Yeah. But we're going to broaden it because we're much better than him. We're going to
also we're not original.
Also, we're not original, so we're going to steal it and make it better. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to go with either like, well, first of all, Colton, are you a turkey gal, a ham gal, or have you seen the vegan meat that they have now?
Oh, no.
I should have pulled up a picture of it, but it's like vegan turkey, but it's like not even really turkey.
Is it like tofu or whatever?
I don't even really know.
Tofu vegan?
I think so.
Sure.
And then have you heard of, before you interrupt me like you always do on the podcast, what were you going to say?
Nothing.
A turducken.
Yeah, so I've heard it like...
Have you ever had it?
No.
I have.
Have you really?
Delicious.
Really?
I loved it. I swear, I had it.
Wow.
It was
like a Paul Bunyan myth.
Oh, he's the one who created the Grand Canyon. He drug his axe through the ground and made the Grand Canyon.
Oh.
Yep. Explain that, Christians. Science. That really happened. But no, turducken, it's a turkey.
It wasn't a dream. It really happened.
We were watching Space. Well, we weren't watching anything. There's just a part in Space Jam, and if you've seen Space Jam, you know what we're talking about. When is after all the NBA players got their talent, they got the power sucked out of them, and and they went
that happened before too.
Yeah, I went right to sleep. This is the shit y'all come here for.
Oh.
But it was whenever they showed Charles Barkley. He was playing basketball outside, and he went to shoot it, and that girl blocked him, and she's like, "You're a wannabe. Be gone. You ain't Charles Barkley. Yeah, be gone, wannabe." And so he was in like therapy or something after that all happened, and the guy was like, or he's all walking around, he's like, "This girl, 5 feet nothing, blocked my shot," and then it shows the therapist, and he's like, "When did you start having this dream?" And then Charles puts his hand on the desk. It wasn't a dream. It really happened. And then right after it cut, it showed, I think Patrick Ewing all hooked up, or Sean Bradley hooked up. And then it goes, it's like a song that's playing in the background called Basketball Jones.
Yeah.
And then it goes to the guy's low voice and he goes, "Maybe that's why he can't sleep at night."
It wasn't a dream. It really happened.
Maybe that's why he can't sleep at night.
And then Patrick Ewing after that
oh yeah, and this is a joke that went right over our heads.
Yeah, back when I was a kid, didn't get it, and then I watched it the other day. I was like, "Oh my god, he made a sex joke." He goes, "Now is on the court the only area that you're having problems performing?"
And then it shows Patrick Ewing turning. He's like,
"No."
Are there any other areas besides basketball where you find yourself unable to perform?
Yeah.
No. Because he's talking about sex.
Sex.
Nice.
Erectile dysfunction. Hey, maybe someday we will get, Blue Chew sponsorship or whatever, and we can talk about how we have problems.
Maybe that one day is today. Guys, come on in.
Wait, what?
No one's. Are we sponsored?
Oh, no.
No, we're not sponsored. But yeah, so turducken, by the way, this is what we're talking about. Oh, also, Colton, you didn't talk about my new headwear today.
I told you to wear that last night when we were completely sober. I said, "You look really good with that beanie on."
Thank you.
And you should wear it on the podcast.
I think that I look like a fat ass when I have short hair. Hold on a minute. I'll let you call me a fat ass in a second when I have short hair and a bushy beard, but I look terrible with a beanie when I don't have long hair. But with the long hair, it makes me look like that I know how to play hockey correctly.
Yeah, hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I have been. I've been on my roller skates a lot this week.
Yeah.
And I've been like this. And a bunch of people are yelling fruit and like really just a lot of gay slurs. And I'm like,
oh, I thought they thought you were out selling produce. They're like, no, fruit over here.
And I'm like, y'all have a good day.
Nice melons.
Well, I should stop roller skating naked. Melons?
Oh.
God, don't I have melanomia? Wait,
okay, so back to your original question.
No, I want to talk about balls. I'm just kidding. No, okay, so yeah, turkey, ham, or do you like both? Or how do y'all do it at the P. John household?
I can't stand honey ham. I do not like ham.
Dude, what? Honey ham is so good.
But my brother, I
Yes.
think my mom, my sister, like most of us in our family like ham, and I think my dad and I are the ones that like turkey.
I'll go ham on some ham, dude. I love ham. You throw some maple glazed gravy up in that shit, and you munch it down, and you have a good time.
No.
Because with turkey, the only reason I like ham more is because it's like moist and shit. I don't know, people don't like the word moist, but white turkey is dry and bland, and it's disgusting. Give me dark meat all day. Hey, Colton,
it depends on how if you deep fry it. Sometimes they're it's pretty juicy.
I like the skin.
Also, when you have like brown gravy or whatever, you drizzle that on there. That moistens it up.
Yeah, but even then, still,
it's good.
Yeah, but I guess that's true. Maybe I'm an idiot.
I think this year's going to be the first year. This year is a year of firsts for me, for sure. But I think this year is the first. Yeah, first time I touched a
breast
thigh.
Oh,
a breast. Are you kidding me?
Breast, drumstick, thigh.
Oh, yeah. Turkey.
Remember, because I'm a virgin.
This is yeah. I can't believe you had someone that asked if I was legitimately a virgin.
Yeah, one of my friends, Bianca, what's up, girl? She's been watching our stuff,
Yes, I
and
am.
she legitimately thought, because she kept going, I'm a virgin, and I was like, you were married, and you go, yep, still a virgin. But she thought that Colton was a virgin, and Bianca, you were right. He actually is.
Yeah. So this is going to be the first year that I don't have a traditional Thanksgiving.
I think it'll be everyone won't.
No. I mean, like, I won't have. I'm not going anywhere for Thanksgiving. Like,
yeah,
this is going to come out on Thanksgiving. We're going to sit at home and probably eat. I don't know, pizza.
We still have leftover pizza from
or whatever.
Is anything open tomorrow?
I don't know.
Well,
that's a good question.
So I have friends in low places. No, I have friends in other states, and they're closing down again because of COVID.
Yep.
And Texas doesn't give a shit because the governor was like, we ain't going to shut this baby down. Come and take it. Wasn't that us?
Yep.
It was Texas, right?
Come and take it. You
Yep.
got that cannon.
Mm-hmm. Didn't it get stolen?
No.
Oh,
I don't know.
Or was it the flag that they were saying coming? Anyway, but Colton, did I tell you that I like my turkey like I like my women?
No.
I don't like turkey at all.
Oh, okay.
No, but I like the dark meat.
Oh,
is that bad to say?
Well,
I don't think I've ever actually gotten a look from a black woman. She looked right past me. It was
I thought we were talking about turkey.
We were, but also dark women.
Oh,
yeah. Seriously, I don't know why we're talking about this, but I don't think a African American woman has ever given me the chance. But I also don't come off as very cool, and they like very cool people, you know?
Yeah.
And I walk around like, I like video games, and they're like, nerd.
Yeah, no thanks. So when it comes to, I want to jump into the sides. When it comes to the sides, if you're going to a Thanksgiving dinner, what is an essential side that has to be there?
Stuffing.
Stuffing? Okay.
Mashed potatoes.
So there's a difference between stuffing and dressing, correct?
Oh. I don't think so. I think isn't it the same?
No, I think they're two different.
What's the little bread squares with the like onions and whatever the hell else is in it?
I think that so I think there is some differentiation between the two. They're similar, but I don't know if they're the exact. Maybe they're the exact same. I never liked stuffing
dude.
until my ex-father-in-law He made stuffing, and it was the best stuffing I've ever. It was so good.
So you brought some home, and you're like, dude, try this. And I'm pretty sure I ate half the tin that was there.
Well, yeah. So, and I think we're gonna talk about it in a second. But
is it different?
We did a Friendsgiving, and that's what we brought was the stuffing or dressing, whatever the hell it was, and it was fantastic.
Oh my god! I just love food.
Another one that I grew. So we didn't grow up on stuffing or dressing.
Really? Just turkey and
ketchup?
So
we did green bean casserole. So my mom makes the best green bean casserole. So good with the little
Cheez-Its?
No, the curly
the
onion
curly
strings.
onions. Yes. So there was
I
think it was last Thanksgiving when I was still in Colorado. My boy Sis, who is an amazing cook. He made green bean casserole with like crushed up Doritos and Cheez-Its, and it was and the onion stuff, and it was so good.
Yeah.
And
Dude,
my little fat stuff, and he made a whole thing of it, and he goes, "Hey, I made a lot because I wanted to eat more after Thanksgiving, and I know you will too, you little fat little boy." And I was like, "That sounds great," and we did.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, he made that. But then it was because this was a couple years ago, but I was with my ex, but her mother was a great cook, and she like literally woke up and cooked from like 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. She made homemade mashed potatoes. She made the turkey. She did stuffing, dressing, whatever the hell you want to call it. Sis brought green bean casserole, sweet potato, whatever the hell, with marshmallows on the top. You ever had that?
No,
dude.
So as a kid, I was very like.
I think it's yams or something.
If it looks weird, I didn't try it. So I always saw that
like kissing
marshmallow
girls.
shit, and I was like, marshmallows should go on a dessert.
It is a dessert.
Go on a yam or a sweet potato.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
Also on Community, Troy, he said, "Man, y'all are lucky. Y'all get a whole thing that is just marshmallow." And then later on in the episode, Jeff ruins it and says, "And it's going to be worse whenever Troy finds out that there's yams under those marshmallows." And he goes, "Damn." Okay, but
brown gravy or white gravy?
So here's my dilemma with that.
Mm-hmm.
White gravy.
That's wrong. But brown
gravy
is the shit.
Isn't
dude.
that the one you make out of the ball sack or something of the turkey? Yeah, the gizzards. Isn't that the balls?
No. What?
What are gizzards? Isn't that their? I swear that's their testicles, right?
No. You think we only eat male turkeys?
They kill women turkeys? That is sexism. Actually, it's equality. I
actually don't know anything. But the other night,
equality, because a quail is a bird, and it's kind of like you can do turducken, like turkey, duck, chicken. No, you paid a lot of money.
$7. No.
What are gizzards then? Isn't that the?
I don't know. I thought that was like
intestines or something.
Like the
throat.
Gizzards.
Oh, it's their like.
I have no idea.
I thought it was just their testicles. What's Rocky Mountain oysters then?
That's bull testicles.
Okay, then I get those confused somehow.
Okay, I don't know how.
I've had fried gizzards before.
The other night,
fried.
We were. I made dinner and, along with the help of Sarah, and Greg came by.
Oh, yeah.
You guys were out skating, and we were eating dinner, and this was a couple weeks ago. And Greg came by to snack on because we had plenty of food, and we were like, "Hey, if you guys want anything, you can have it."
What was like mashed potatoes, steak, cutlets,
yeah, corn,
gravy, green beans, mashed potatoes, gizzards.
So yeah, and so Greg came by with, and he grabbed a piece of steak or whatever, and he dipped it in the brown gravy that we made, and like right before he ate it, he goes, "I really like white gravy better than I like brown gravy." And I wanted to slap that steak right out. Well, you don't have to have any. Well, why did you make a comment? Greg's really good about just speaking his mind, and he doesn't realize how it like comes off.
Yeah.
Because it comes off as, actually, you're not, this isn't the best. You don't know how to, like, he'll make comments all the time.
Hey, it's fine because he doesn't watch this. He only
no,
watches
I don't
it
care.
if
I don't
he's
care
in
if he watches or not. It's just I think it's funny that he'll say stuff, and I'll just be like,
What are you doing?
Or like he'll eat something and he'll be like, yeah, I really like my steak, when it has more like seasoning on it, or like when it's cooked this way or whatever. And I'm like,
well, then you
make your own.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want me to.
That's like if you're sleeping with a girl and in the middle of it you go, I'd really prefer your sister.
It's a little different.
And then she reminds you that her sister is like 40 and married and has kids and is out of your league.
And dead. And then you tell her that.
Don't worry, I have a new kink. Janine, I miss you. Anyway, so what about cranberry sauce? You into that?
Never had it.
It is overrated so hard. And people are going to...
I don't know if it's overrated. I think everyone thinks it sucks.
Dude, it's
Does
like...
anyone think it's good?
So there's a canned version and then there's like a homemade version. Mm-hmm. And apparently that is a
Isn't
whole...
it just like Jell-O?
Rigmarole. I thought it was just like Jell-O. Like cranberry flavored Jell-O. Which Jell-O sucks anyway unless you're old and in the hospital.
Yeah. Green or red?
I don't care because they're both bad.
Yeah, fair.
That's like I get. Well, here's the thing. So you bought for Halloween. You bought candy. You bought like a bunch of chocolate, which someone ate already.
If you don't like what I bought,
and Jolly Ranchers,
Greg,
hear me out. You bought Jolly Ranchers, and when you bought Jolly Ranchers, in my head, I did not say this out loud, did I? I was like, "Oh, Jolly Ranchers." I didn't, right? Like, who the buys? Who's like Jolly Ranchers are a good idea?
Hey.
I know. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me get to it.
Jolly Ranchers are great.
Let me get to
this.
this.
I used to get them like. Did you ever have that one substitute that would they would substitute glass and then they would bring like Jolly Ranchers or whatever, and if you were good that day, they would give you a Jolly Rancher?
Yeah, guess what I did with the Jolly Rancher?
Up your ass?
Yeah. That's how I figured out I like putting stuff up my ass. No,
that's what they call a
gizzard. You got it?
What's the pill that you put up your ass?
Suppository. I mean,
of course you would know.
Why is it like I can't remember the word mailbox sometimes, but suppository is right on the tip of my tongue. Or actually the tip of my anus. But anyway, so what I was saying was whenever you brought home Jolly Ranchers, after all the chocolate was gone, and I was like, I'm never going to eat a Jolly Rancher. Well, they were the only things left, and I had one, and I was like, okay, I love Jolly Ranchers.
Jolly Ranchers are great.
Yeah, they are. But, and I'm sorry, but I think it's the same thing with Jell-O. So like if we had chocolate cake and Jell-O, if all the chocolate cake was gone and I was like, well, I still want a dessert, I'm going to go for the Jell-O.
I guess it's fair.
But I'm not going to pick it first ever. That's like if someone goes, I don't have any more analogies.
So to Jolly Ranchers, what is the
blue raspberry?
No. What's the flavor that you won't go to? Like it has to be the last one.
The last one, either the cherry or the watermelon one. I don't like the red ones.
Okay, so what's weird?
Actually,
is my
no, grape. Grape is really? Not that. I love grape stuff, but it doesn't like when anything that's flavored grape does not taste like grapes. It's just like what we've been known to.
That's like banana.
Oh,
there's nothing nothing banana flavored actually tastes. Because I like bananas and I hate
like banana runts.
Oh, I thought you were gonna make a sexual joke.
I would never do that.
I was waiting for that.
No.
But I don't like anything like Laffy Taffy banana. Blech.
Yeah,
just
I love
anything
them.
Flavored banana is. Yeah.
So you don't like banana, but you love.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I do. The flavor never changes.
Oh God. But
unless
so
you
for
shower.
me, what's weird is and I think this happens with everyone. And apparently your taste buds are supposed to change like every 7 years or something like that.
Oh.
It's a myth that I've heard that probably isn't true. But I
hit or miss.
As a kid, I loved everything sour green apple.
Oh yeah.
I was a huge green apple fan. I was a huge green grape fan. I didn't like red grapes. I like green grapes.
Oh, I was like,
and now I hate Jolly Ranchers. I hate the green Jolly Ranchers. That's the last one I was. But that used to be my favorite, and now it's like I don't want any more. And I don't know if it has to do with I had so much as a kid that now I don't want any, or now it's just my taste buds have changed. But
yeah, because you used to love Kit Kats, and now you don't like them.
I've never liked Kit Kats,
which is weird. Kit Kat is amazing.
Yeah,
anyway, keep going.
Is it?
Yes, it's fantastic.
I think I think there are some things that, like, it's just a societal norm that everyone is supposed to like these things. And so everyone goes along with liking Kit Kats or Ho-Hos or
those are good too.
When everyone got up in a tiff about when
Avatar?
What was the little Hostess snack that was going away?
Oh, Twinkies?
Yeah, when Twinkies were going away, everyone was like, "Oh my gosh!" And I even for the first part, I was like, "Oh my, you can't get rid of Twinkies."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "When's the last time I had a Twinkie?"
Yeah, I mean,
and then I had a Twinkie, and I was like, "I mean, this is okay.
Yeah,
it's fine."
Greg told me a story about how him and our friend Ryan Williams bought a box of Twinkies one night, and 2 hours later it was empty. They ate all of it.
I'm surprised it took 2 hours. I apologize, but not really.
I mean, Greg used to be fat, and Ryan is not the skinniest person, but he's a bigger boy. And
no, they just both have an appetite that you wouldn't believe.
That's what I was going to say. Like, if Greg and I, you bought, he's not going to watch this, but you bought Star Crunch yesterday and cream pies.
Oatmeal.
Yeah.
Oatmeal cream pies. Let's say the whole name.
You know what's crazy? I wasn't gonna.
Oh.
But now But now I have to go watch a video after this. But they can be oatmeal, they can be chocolate, vanilla. And you bought a box of both of those, and I'm pretty sure I had 5 Star Crunch out of the 8 yesterday.
Well, to be fair, I had 1.
Here we go.
And you were also not sober. So
me? You didn't believe that. No one believed that. No one believes like, hey, you were drinking, and I went, I was not. You know how last time we were talking about how you did bad acting whenever you that was me, right? Oh, what? Oh, me?
Okay,
sober, and like I get an accent for some reason when I'm lying.
So I have a question, especially because it's on the list, and I also want to talk about it. So
I'm almost MT.
So you talked about the whole, I guess we both talked about the whole like Turkey Day is kind of cringe, and it's like, okay, you're trying to be too cute. So do you feel the same way about Friendsgiving?
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, that doesn't work.
Yeah. It's just something it's like, okay, well, we're not going to spend the time with our family. It's just a group of friends. Why can't it just be Thanksgiving with friends?
Yeah. It's not called family giving. I'm giving my
Actually,
family
I've
away.
watched a lot of those videos lately, and
what's on
most of the time it's Step.
OnlyFans giving. Step, nice. I get it. I'm
just kidding.
Oh no, I'm stuck in the dryer again.
Okay, so
I'm stuck under the bed.
So
I'm stuck in the mail slot.
I want to ask. Well, okay, let's just go into it.
Yeah.
So a couple years ago, when we lived together, as we do now, but we lived together
in the apartment.
Apartment in Mansfield, and I was with my ex and Megan.
Meigs.
Love Meigs. She's about to have Colt Jr. Not Junior.
Is it your kid? You should start saying that. It's Colt Jr. They'd be like,
yeah,
what?
Colt Jr. Okay.
You should start.
Baby Colt.
Never say that it's your kid, but always imply that it could be. So they're like
God, the resemblance is uncanny.
We look exactly alike. My name's Colton. His is Colt Jr. Crazy.
I mean,
how we are so much alike.
Sean.
But you never had sex, so how?
No, but is that how you have? I'm confused.
I don't have kids. I don't know how to do it.
So we had a Friendsgiving over at our place.
Thanksgiving with friends.
Yeah, but they called it Friendsgiving because they were cute white girls. Or they thought they were cute white girls.
I was going to say, I would have used a different C word.
They were, no. Stop.
Cringy.
Okay. No. And so we had a bunch of people over that night. And before everyone showed up, I think both of us were kind of like, we weren't like, of course we were going to be there, whatever, but we maybe weren't like totally looking forward to it. Because
honestly, though,
to be honest,
I had a lot of fun that night.
Okay.
I really did.
But preemptively, we were going to be surrounded by a bunch of her friends. And to be honest, like I did get along with a big group of her friends. There were some people that kind of annoyed me a little bit, but it was whatever. But like Drew and I started off early, like 4. at like 4 p.m. I think everyone showed up at like 6 or 6:30. Drew and I went ahead and started taking shots.
What? Me?
Yeah. And
I wouldn't.
so by the time everyone got there, we were good to go.
I was ready to go.
And so friends
Honestly, don't remember a lot of that night.
Yeah.
Because of the 4 p.m.
Me neither. But the things I do remember is, so even though Friendsgiving is cringe, the way, the wording of Friendsgiving, whatever, I'm not crazy about it. But some of my favorite Thanksgiving memories have been at those Friendsgiving parties because, you know, like Thanksgiving, you spend it with your family and you don't get to choose your family. Right. So there are people in your family that drive you crazy or whatever, and it kind of annoys you, and they talk about politics and everyone gets in a fight, whatever. So, but with Friendsgiving, you get to choose who you want to invite to. If it's at your house or part, you know, whatever, you get to choose. And so we had a bunch of people over. So we ate dinner. It was great. And then
everyone brought something. It was honestly not terrible.
It was awesome. And then we set up in our tiny ass kitchen a beer pong table, and we started playing, having a ton of fun. So
also, I'm so not good at beer pong.
I'm hit or miss. Sometimes I'm like on, and then other times I'm like, I can't hit a barn door with a flat iron.
With a child, yeah. So let me brag for Colton. Colton is one of the best beer pong players I've ever played with. That's not true. See? You were about to say that. That's not true. Let me brag on my friend. Look, Colton, with all 7 inches that you have, and you're really good at beer pong. Sorry, 8. And you're really good at beer pong. You will never admit that. And then, but whenever we talk to our friend Kyle, he's like, oh yeah, we went 402-0.
That is true. We went 50 some odd games.
Yeah, shut up.
On a winning streak, yeah. I won't, but
do you have that anyways. Do you have that on your resume?
Yeah. It's actually what I lead with. It's like, are you looking for a good beer pong partner?
Colton Andrew Petterjohn, 52-0 in beer pong once.
But
divorced once.
So that night, had a good time. Got a little nuts for me. Started not to remember everything. That's when the song. Do you remember the song Willy Wonka?
Of course.
By Macklemore
on my playlist. God,
so,
that is so white.
So,
like, I listen to rap. Who you like? Oh, Macklemore, Eminem, NF.
Have you ever?
Logic.
Have you ever been at the point where you drink so much that you start forgetting things, but then there's one particular thing that snaps you out of it.
Yeah.
And then you remember.
Yeah.
So
it sobers you up a bit.
Right after dinner, I don't remember much. And then all of a sudden, I like snapped to, and someone was playing this song, and I was in the living room dancing and rapping to this song, like Willy Wonka. So, anyways, going ham, and
you don't like ham. Don't say that.
I don't even like ham, but I was going it. And then all of a sudden, I was like,
don't even like ham, but I was going it. I love that.
This alcohol doesn't have anywhere to go. It needs to get out of my body. So I ran to my restroom, and I didn't even quite make it to the toilet, and there was a trail to the toilet. Got in the toilet, whatever. So I finally got to the toilet, throwing up, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I thought you were shitting.
No.
Oh, well,
I was throwing up.
That's how my stories end.
Yeah, I saw a chick with a beanie there, and I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
But so.
That was me with a beanie.
I'm in there, and I'm throwing up, and then one of my ex's friend like walks in. She doesn't realize I'm in there. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm good."
And you like have it all down your
yeah. So I think I had like pass out for a second around the toilet, and then
where was I?
All of a sudden, I don't know, but all of a sudden, like I get that second wind.
Yes.
And I get
up.
up.
And rally, everybody.
And you can ask Meigs about this, because Meigs talks about it all the time. I come out of the room, and I just start singing, "Guess who's back? Back again. Colton's back. Tell your friend. And then I think that lasted for a good 2 to 5 minutes.
Dude, nobody
And then I
liked
went to the
you.
bed and passed out.
Oh, okay. I was like, no one liked you when you started singing Guess Who's Back, Colton's
like,
back.
Jesus.
We didn't want you to come back.
No.
Did everyone go, we don't give a about Colton?
No, when
I feel
you're,
like I
when
would've
you're
said
that drunk, you don't realize that anyone else exists except you.
Guess Who's Back? That's so cringe. That's so white.
yeah.
So speaking of that, I saw a... How did you open that without a bottle opener? Because
I'm a man. I'm 40.
Guess Who's Back? Colton. I can open a beer. It's
Watch this.
Is it twist off?
It is.
Oh, okay.
We don't have to tell them.
It is, but you don't have to tell
Come
them.
on.
Dude, that was good. I don't remember the Guess Who's Back. I think I was trying to talk to a gal, and then the gal started talking to someone else, and I was like, what a bitch.
Yep. I remember that.
Okay, Colton, one last thing.
Yeah.
And this reminds me of when I was a little child, a little baby Drew.
Mm-hmm.
I was like 14. No, I don't know. But we used to do this at church every year.
Mm-hmm.
And then before that was before I started sinning a lot every single day. You started when you were born. But do you remember drawing your little hand as a turkey?
Yes.
When you were a little kid.
Or did you ever do the stick your hand in paint and then
Slap your
slap
brother.
it on the back of a
Chick's ass.
on a girl's? I was gonna say that.
Dude, the only
Back of an ass. That doesn't make any sense. What about the front of the ass? What is the front of the ass?
they're usually
Don't.
So no, the only time I ever got paint on my hand and slapped a girl's butt was when we were on a
mission trip.
in-town
Is that
mission
what-
trip. Hey, your mission trip was worse, Mr. Shit in a Cup.
That was a church camp. That wasn't mission trip.
Oh, sorry. Well, mission trip, same thing. You went to Jamaica. You probably smoked every day.
No, I didn't.
Not every day. But no, the last time I had paint on my hand and I slapped a girl's cheek was at an in-town mission trip, and it was no one else is from Midlow knows. I mean, no, unless you're from Midlow, you know where this is. But the hill that goes down over there by Walmart, not Mark's Street, but the one that goes down. It was over there, and I got paint, and it was a girl that I was into, and I went, whoosh, and I was like, "You'll never forget this." And then she forgot who I was.
Yeah, she goes, "Who are you?"
Yeah, no, she knew who I was,
Immediately?
and then we may have kissed later that day.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. We went behind the house, and
What's her name?
Kristen. What's her name?
Kristen who?
I don't remember.
Weathersworth.
No. Dude, was there ever a Weathersworth?
I don't know. I just
Was
made
there
it.
ever a Weathersworth? Ever?
What
Did you
was it?
Have you ever? Whether the weather be hot, whether the weather be not, whether the weather, whatever the weather,
Whether we
the
like it
weather
or
be
not.
I couldn't remember that. So Colton and I used to take this acting class, and I didn't know where I was going with this story until I started babbling, and now I know exactly where I'm going with the story. So, do you remember that? So all of us in the class got a sheet of paper, and it was a number. Like everyone had a number, and you would talk about. And it was like, so say like it was 1 through 12. Everyone was assigned a number, and it was like a play where numbers all had a line to say, right? I was number like 6 or some shit, and Colton was sitting out. Colton, Dylan, and someone the hell else, and our teacher, Mr. Face, and everyone had lines, and I was given my lines, and because it had to be like really quickly because it was like a script. And he stops the class from doing this, and he looks at me and he goes, "Why did you make your number gay?" And I was like, I'm just saying the lines like normal. And he's like, "Yeah, but you got like kind of a gay, gave it kind of a gay accent." And he was like laughing, and he looks at Colton and Dylan, and they started laughing, and I go, "Well, I am gay.
I'm gay."
And and this is my favorite moment because he immediately went, "Oh, I didn't realize." And Colton and Dylan were laughing so hard because clearly I am gay.
So
but I wasn't gay. But he used to always try to one up all the students, right?
Yes.
Is that where you were going? So
So
for it.
one of my favorite things about Drew.
Yes,
and
I love when you do this because
I've tried to learn and pick up on this, and I just can't.
you have to cut your own dick off before anyone else can.
Well, okay, so I do that. I cut myself down and I make fun of myself. I do the whole receding hairline, and that's fine. Like, I'm divorced. I'm short. I got a big nose. I got a receding hairline. Blah blah blah. But
You're a virgin.
I'm a virgin, but you are able to not let anytime someone makes fun of you, you like make fun of yourself even harder to where it takes all power away from the other person. Like there's no one that can get to Drew. Like if you're trying to piss him off or you're trying to make him mad, like this one teacher on several occasions tried to get at Drew and try to make fun of Drew, whatever. And Drew would just go, I see your make fun ofness and I raise you. I'm going to make fun of myself even harder. And so it's like the teacher would say something about like you being gay or whatever. And you're like, yeah, I'm gay and I have a small penis. What do you want me to? And then it's like they have nothing because, and I think that's something that I want to teach my kid very early on is when someone starts making fun of you, just give them nothing that they can make fun of. Like make fun of yourself. Even when they say something, just agree with them and then go harder at yourself. Then they can't. Then they'll just be like, "This isn't fun." Because so growing up, when you would say something to your brother, or for me, to my brother or sister, and it would piss them off, that would fuel me even harder to come up with more shit to say or to continue on like down whatever path I was. Like, if I was making fun of them for this, then I would just make fun of them even harder. The more they got upset, the more it fueled me. The more I was like, oh, I'm getting to them. But the moment that you let them know that it doesn't bother you, it's like, well, this isn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do it.
And I think that was like why I really don't know. I think it was because I take it as a challenge to like make it to where they don't think that they won, I guess. Sometimes you can get me. There's sometimes where I'm caught off guard and I'm not on my game and you can say that like, hey, your dad never loved you. Oh God, I didn't mean for this to happen. No, but do you remember on The Office? This reminds me of The Office whenever Michael fell into the koi pond episode.
Yes.
And everyone was making fun of him. And Jim was like, dude, just make fun of agree with them, make fun of yourself again. And Michael said something like, or Jim said, see, try me. And then he goes, I think he said like, well, you know what, Jim, you're not very good at sales. He goes, I know I'm not good at sales. I'm very stupid. I don't deserve to work here. And then Michael goes, no, don't do that. And he goes, oh. Yeah. And then he was like, and then Michael was like, and he kept like cutting himself down, but then he made himself cry. He was like, that's what I deserve.
Now you can go too far.
Honestly, I don't think I can ever go too far with myself because I clearly know what will actually hurt me is when someone says they don't like me.
I mean, that's the same for me too. Like I was talking about this all this week to a couple of friends, but you watched Recess as a kid, right?
Oh yeah.
So there's an episode
recently.
So there's an episode. TJ Detweiler is basically the main character. Wears his hat backwards. And there's an episode
voiced by Joey Lawrence.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Oh, or it was one of the Lawrence brothers. I can't remember.
But there was one episode where this he finds out that this kid doesn't like him, and so he was like, everyone likes me. Like, what? That doesn't make sense because literally everyone in the school liked him.
Yeah.
But it was one kid that didn't like him. And so he goes out of his way to try to get this kid to like him. And the kid just doesn't like him. And at the end, he was like, why don't you like me? I'm trying so hard. And he was like, I just don't like you.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a reason, really. I just don't like you. Mm-hmm. And that's how I am. Like, I want everyone to like me. And so when someone doesn't like me, I'm like, okay, well, I need to fix this.
Yeah.
Because at the end, I want them to like me. And
does that kid ever like him?
No.
That's how it ends? Some people hate you?
Some people just don't like you.
I get it.
And I think that's a pretty good lesson learned because I think we've talked about this before, but I started dating a girl because she didn't like me.
Oh, that's rude to say that was your ex-wife.
That was not my ex-wife.
Was it? I don't know who it is. It was. Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I found out that this girl didn't like me. And so she was in a play, and so I went to the play the first night, watched it, didn't say anything to her. Then the second night I had to work, but right after my shift, I like hurried up to the play. It was just ending, and so I waited outside like It had just ended, and I walked into the little auditorium area, whatever, and they were all walking by or whatever, and she walked past me, and like it bugged me so much that I found out she didn't like me that I went out of my way to confront her about it. And I'm a non-confrontational person, but I'm like, I can't have anyone not liking me.
Especially a female.
Yeah. So I was like, she walked past me. I was like, hey, so I heard you don't like me. Or I said, I heard you hate me.
Oh.
And she was like, I mean, hate is a strong word. And then she was like,
but it's also the truth.
I've got to go somewhere. Hold on, I'll be back. So she came back.
Oh, Jesus.
I ended up getting her number, and then we dated for a year and a half.
Hey, Colton, I hate you.
All right.
Anyway, I mean, that's honestly not a horrible story. Are you guys together now?
No, she broke my heart.
Oh, is that whenever that was Holocaust Colton time, right? Can I say that? That's so bad. Colton weighed like 80 pounds.
Yeah.
After that, he was the first time you ever had. I know we don't have to talk about this because we don't have much time, but
I don't care.
This is the first run-in with depression I think Colton had.
Oh yeah. when I get stress, anxiety, or depression, when it hits hard, I don't eat. And I know some people that are the opposite. They like when they get depressed or whatever, they just stuff their face. I'm like, I am so stressed out that I can't eat anything. And I got down to like 115 pounds.
No, it was less. I swear you said it was like 98.
No,
not that hard. Not that hard. I was just trying to be dramatic.
But it was, I mean, 115 is that's tiny.
I can't remember the last time I was 115. Maybe I was like 2. It's a long time ago. Anyway, guys,
it was back when your mom dressed you up as a pumpkin because she couldn't dress you up as a devil.
I never posted that picture, which no one gave a shit about. But
yeah, you're right.
Anyway, guys, happy Friendsgiving. Happy giving of thanks.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I hope you have something to be thankful for because we don't.
Our dogs.
Our dogs.
Who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Colton. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. If you're listening right now, you should know by now that we post the video on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/reallyRandumb.
Also, we're on TikTok.
We on TikTok, baby.
We're going to start posting little snippets of our, I always say that wrong, snippets.
I don't care. That's your word.
Whatever.
Snippets. Own it, bitch.
But we're going to start posting little snippets of our podcast on TikTok. So follow us at Really Randumb.
And we also have a TikTok that I was not a part of, but I loved it. And it was, and you posted it and you were like, hey, I posted one. Hope that's cool. I was like, I don't care. But
I don't have my own TikTok account. So
no, I liked it. I really did like it because it was funny and you were in it.
Thank you.
And you thought about me. You were like, maybe he's going to hate it. But I didn't.
Oh, I love you.
I hate it. Love you too, buddy. Yeah, and if you watch this son of a bitch, you can also listen to it if you're in the car, if you have alone time, maybe some meditation time.
Yeah.
Maybe when
we're really good for meditation.
Yeah, maybe when you have your hand on your pants. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Red, whatever the hell it's called.
RedTube.
Google
is what you meant.
Oops. Oh my God, I never put that together. YouTube Red was a thing, and then RedTube. I don't know what that is. Is it Bible study every day, Colton? Uh-huh. Okay, we should probably check that out later tonight. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. That's Colton Pettyjohn, and I'm Drew Bolden. Oh my goodness, that was great.
Sorry.
If the dogs could come in, they totally would. Wiggy and Nana, they say love you. Also, their names are Nala and Whiskey. And people are like, you have Nala, where's Simba? And then I was like, don't bring that up because Colton and his ex-wife were going to get another dog named Simba.
But she's dead to me.
Wait, Nala is? That's your dog. You love her. Anyway, Clancy, this one's for you, buddy. Happy Thanksgiving.
Love you, baby.